Yo, what's going on, guys? So we got the patch notes for 1.2 for Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and I'm so excited to talk about these because I heard there's some character changes. I am praying for fairy buffs, please, please. I'm on my knees begging for these fairy buffs, please, guys. So we're gonna kind of go through these. I'm gonna tell you guys sort of what's going on, what you guys can expect when you log in, or if you've already logged in, maybe there's something you missed. So let's kind of talk about what's going on. All right, first off, we're getting 2 new quests. This is going to be the Behemoth, and it looks like there's also that one mission they kind of teased in the trailer with all the flying like Ahriman looking things from they look like kind of Final Fantasy enemies. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but yeah, we get the 2 missions that they showed in the live stream. Super excited for those. Obviously, you get to farm for Seal Fawn and Twain. Those are going to be the big highlights of this patch. You're going to get 2 new characters, and they look freaking sick. I cannot wait for those. And if you guys do want to instantly unlock those characters and you also want to support the game, you can also just buy the characters with expansion sets. So that's something to consider. If you have the disposable income and you just want to skip the line, you can do that. I'm going to do that because I need to make content fast on them, and also because I love this game. But also, like, you know, they're completely free. If you already bought the game for $60, you don't want to buy the pack. That's totally fine. They're also adding sigils with new traits. Now, I believe that these sigils were also shown in the live stream. We have a new pincer one. Now, this raises trait level based off of Wee Pincers Rescued. This could be way stronger than any of the other crab ones because the crab ones so far have been like kind of all right. For AFKing, sometimes some of them are pretty good just for the HP you can get. But seems like it could potentially be very, very good, just depending on how much it actually is. So I'm excited for that one. A greater Aegis looks great. Maximum HP in proportion to your current max HP is really good. And auto potion. Now, I know some people have mixed opinions on if you should be able to like AFK farm things. I know for people that want to AFK farm, if you turn off assist mode and you go into your like proud missions or whatever, this seems like it could be very, very valuable for that. However, I will say, you know, if you are someone that likes to play multiplayer, you know, the more you AFK, the less people can play online. You can play the game however you want. I'm always a firm believer and just play it how you enjoy it. But, you know, that's something to consider. I do think auto potion is going to be great for those who do like to AFK though. Also 19 brand new character sigils, and we'll see if they mention that. It looks like those will be mentioned below. But we also now have mass transmutation. This is something we've been asking for since the release of the game, especially because so many people stack up all those knickknack vouchers. I know people that are no longer even transmuting, even though they're capped on everything, just because they're so tired of hitting the transmute button. So for people like me, even, like, I cannot wait to mass transmute sigils because that's going to make it so much easier to filter through everything. And also, if you're, you know, if you're save scumming them, you can now look at all of them at once, and that's kind of nice. So you can also rewatch the end credits from the title screen if you guys want to see what that's about. It's up to you. Strong winds and ground tremors will no longer interrupt players that have stout heart. This is actually really banger for Catalina. I'm not sure who else wants to use that. Oh, I guess, and Vasaraga also can benefit from that as well. Increased radius of stun damage dealt to foes upon perfect guard. So general buffs, visibility of visual indicators for perfect guards, also very nice. Visibility of damage numbers that hit damage cap, also very nice. So now you can see the slash, and it's super clear. If you hit damage cap, now you know for a fact you've hit damage cap. Tyranny wasn't affecting some Skybound arts. Glad they fixed some bugs. Bugs were boost amount of link level gained. Like by link together wasn't applying to Skybound arts. Auto revive skill no longer automatically gets cast on auto revive friendlies. That's totally fine. I'm glad they're fixing a bunch of bugs and changing some things. And now we get to the character updates. So first off, the captain. They did a lot of changes to the captain last patch. They didn't do too many things. They just kind of fixed a bug. That's great. Love that. Catalina getting some changes though. Environmental factors such as strong winds and ground tremors will no longer cancel Ares summoning during Ares pack strike. Thank God, man. Increase the amount of gauge granted by Ares gauge gain up mastery node. That's pretty good. I love to see Catalina buffs. We don't know how much this is. Maybe this is a minuscule amount because we haven't actually been able to play it yet, but this looks like a buff, which is good. And then Guardian's Honor apparently wasn't working sometimes. So we'll see if that changes any of her builds. Obviously, we're getting new character sigils as well. So we'll see if that changes our builds as well. Because I mean, I already did put out a build guide and I want to put out some updated ones. But yeah, looking good. Rackham. Okay, so Bullseye Blast damage cap is now based on its charge level, increasing the damage cap of well-timed square attacks, increase the damage cap of launch attacks, and increase bullet hail's damage cap. Basically, Rackham got nerfed into the ground because his main source of damage was this one thing that had a broken damage cap. So they nerfed it, they fixed it, and then he had nothing, and now they're like, okay, now let's fix Rackham, and I think that was a good choice. Hopefully, it's enough to make him, like, pretty dang strong. EO gets a boost to Stargaze charge speed effect during the enhanced Mystic Vortex link time mastery node. Just a blank about the EO, concentration now grants debuff immunity. Furthermore, whenever Whenever EO gets a Mystic Vortex orb within concentration circles, she'll gain the maximum number of orbs instead. So good buffs for EO, Jesus. Shortened Mystic Vortex cooldown and increased Flowery 7's damage cap when it's fully charged. EO mates, fantastic. Eugen, slight damage cap increase. Now, it looks like Rosetta, her damage was not keeping up with a lot of people. So they increased a lot of the damage caps of Rosetta. Pretty good stuff in general. I think that she could really use it, and I'm glad that they're addressing this. I see Fairy below, and I'm getting way too excited. Let me finish Rosetta. Fix a rare bug that caused Rosetta to act differently from players' input after using Rose Tycoon, and fix a bug that caused damage cut effect to not work properly. I believe this is the bug with Bane, where you could get like 100% damage cut or something crazy like that. So I'm assuming that's what they fixed. Fairy, increase the damage cap of certain sequences of Fairy's attacks. Oh my god, she's so back. We are so back. Oh my god, my girl, she's been brought back from the dead. We are so back. Oh my god, this is one thing that this could actually change her sigil setup too. Fairy was very much jump, spam, aerial attack, and then gain SBA. And though they absolutely decimated her SBA gain, which I think was a little unfun, they have increased her damage cap, which is something that we have been waiting for a really long time. So now Fairy actually has a reason to play on the ground. Hopefully they've adjusted it that much. Now, Narmaya, increased damage cap of Dawnfly. I think this is good. I think that this is a stance that was basically just kind of never used unless you're an AoE, because Free Flutter stance was just so much better. And so now we have this. Maybe this is going to give us a reason to switch between them. Setsu does damage cap based on its charge level. She also got a little indicator. They were saying, or maybe that's 1.3, but they're adding a little indicator for Narmaya to see butterfly stacks. All right, now Vayne. Let's see if they changed anything. I know Vayne has seemed very, very strong. Starting an attack following a link attack more quickly. That's really good. Boost attack powered and damage cap effects to enhance a beatdown gauge. Wait, so they're just increasing his damage. Wow. Okay, yeah, they're really just increasing his damage. Fix a bug that caused effects granted by enhanced beatdown gauge. Link time mastery note did not work properly. Okay, I actually am unaware of what this is, but if you're a Vayne main, maybe you know what I'm talking about here. Percival. So Percival was one of the characters that got hit pretty hard by the nerfs. I believe it was either him or Siegfried got hit by the animation cancel nerfs because it was a pretty big portion of the damage. So increasing damage cap of the charge attacks is really, really good. Increasing other damage caps for him is fantastic. It looks like across the board, they're trying to buff a bunch of the characters that weren't in line with some of the top characters, which is really fantastic. It's also possible that the Eternals they're about to release are so busted that they need to buff literally everyone, but you know. The Adrenaline Rush support skill now grants proportional boost to charge speed when charged after attacks that aren't combo finishers. So good stuff for Percival. For Siegfried, adjusted enhanced square attacks, a mastery node to allow Siegfried to always perform perfect executions during link time. Damage cap. Bro, we are so back, man. Cagliostro, boost attack power and damage cap effects to the enhanced charging link time mastery node. Wow, damage cap up. Mimic Doll's damage cap. Dude, they're just blanket buffing everyone. Yodarha added and always performs the shortest combo effect to enhance triple shroud. Nice. Increased damage cap of successful counters. That's good too. That's like a skill ceiling raise, which is also fantastic. Or not skill ceiling, but a reward for high skill ceiling play. And yeah, wow, really big buffs for Yodarha. Well, we don't actually know the numbers, but we know that they're buffing a lot of things. Boosted damage dealt by Zeta effect after Arves Fermare. Great. Damage cap of square loop combos. This was a big thing. Zeta got a huge nerf with the last patch. So increasing damage cap for Zeta in general, very, very solid. Vazaraga added a raise the damage cap of triangle charge attacks. To be honest, I don't really know if Vazaraga was balanced or not. He seems like he does a lot of damage. Now he's going to do even more. And charge attacks charge even faster with quick charge. So that's really good. And then they just increased everything, bro. Bro, they actually just unironically just increased everything for id. They're like, all right, bro, we need to bring this guy up. All right, id mains. You guys might be eating the best. Id mains and fairy mains. You know, if there's any fairy mains left, it's time to come back. It's time. Guys, these buffs are so good. They basically said all of the animation cancels that they removed, all the things that they removed that were bugs, they waited until they saw the character's true power level without the bugs, and now we are so back with damage. So that's fantastic. I can't wait to see the changes. It does look like there's some characters that are less effective than others, but it does look like in general everyone got some buffs. Yeah, honestly, there's not a lot of characters that like didn't get buffed. I mean, Charlotta got skipped, but I feel like Charlotta's like really, really good, so I feel like it's fine. And then I guess Gonda goes, well, I guess he's like the skeleton at the bottom of the pool meme. Because people seem to be under the impression that he's like really, really bad, and you know they didn't touch him at all. So you know, But other than that, everyone's good. And then the last few things, added ease of use indicators for each character on the crewmate card screen. I'm not really sure what this means yet, but we'll see. Adjusted timing for quest music by Tales of Bahamut's Rage. Nice. Sigils obtained from claim add-ons. The knickknack check will now be automatically locked when claimed. Very nice. And some more bug fixes. Overall, I think these patch notes were fantastic, actually. I think they made a lot of really, really good changes. And I'm hoping that they continue to like keep putting out changes like these, because these are absolutely fantastic. And I'm hoping that this brings everyone in balance. We'll find out soon. Once people start doing the 60-second DPS rotations, we'll find out like what the best builds are. We'll find out how strong everyone is. But it looks like in general, they are trying to raise everyone to be in line with some of the strongest characters. And some of the characters that had some of the lower damage now are getting blanket buffs like this, like id. So great stuff overall. I'm really glad that they made some of these changes. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys later. Hopefully on Relink. Please queue up online. The search function is dead.